What if everything you thought about self-help was a lie? What if the countless books, podcasts, and motivational speeches you've consumed weren't guiding you toward freedom, but chaining you tighter in invisible prisons? Today, we're diving deep into the dark heart of self-help, the shadowy side nobody talks about, the brutal truth that most self-help is poison. We live in an era obsessed with improvement, obsessed with growth. The promise is intoxicating. Fix yourself, rise above your circumstances, and become unstoppable. Yet beneath this seductive surface lies a trap, one that keeps you forever chasing an illusion, forever feeling not enough, forever broken. The self-help industry sells hope, yes, but hope with a catch. A hope that demands you surrender your skepticism, your doubts, your very self. Here's the core of it. Self-help often pushes a toxic lie, that you can control everything if you just try hard enough, that your mindset alone can conquer poverty, trauma, addiction, or systemic oppression. This isn't just naive, it's cruel. It ignores the harsh realities of life's chaos, randomness, and sheer unfairness. You're told, change your thoughts, change your life. But what if your thoughts are shaped by forces outside your control? What if your life's obstacles aren't your failure, but the result of a rigged system? The philosophy hidden beneath many self-help slogans is one of blame. Blame on the individual for not being positive enough, strong enough, motivated enough. It's a sinister form of psychological manipulation disguised as empowerment. But this isn't a rant to dismiss self-help entirely. No. The truth is more complex and darker. Self-help becomes poison when it erases the uncomfortable parts of existence, when it demands relentless optimism in the face of trauma, loss, or existential despair, when it treats suffering as a personal flaw rather than a universal condition. Ancient philosophers like Nietzsche, Schopenhauer, and the Stoics knew this well. They didn't offer cheap fixes. They stared into the abyss, understood suffering as fundamental, and suggested something far more radical: acceptance of life's cruelty, not as defeat, but as a foundation for strength. Modern self-help ignores this. It offers pills and platitudes instead of brutal honesty. It markets comfort, not confrontation. The result? A population addicted to distraction and denial, afraid to face their own darkness. Consider this. How often does self-help encourage you to question the system or the source of your pain? Rarely. Instead, it pulls the focus inward. How you can change. This inward focus is a kind of spiritual isolation, a trap that disconnects you from social realities and community action. It's a subtle programming that makes rebellion against your circumstances seem like personal failure. This is why many who dive deep into self-help feel stuck. They work harder, push longer, try more, but their internal unrest only grows. Because real healing doesn't come from avoiding pain, but confronting it. Now imagine a philosophy of self-help that doesn't lie to you. A philosophy that admits life is unfair, brutal, unpredictable. That your failures aren't just your fault. That growth sometimes means breaking before you rebuild. That despair is not your enemy but a signpost. Imagine self-help that teaches resilience through embracing suffering, not denying it. That encourages rebellion against toxic systems rather than conformity. That sees human weakness as a shared condition, not a personal defect. This is the dark philosophical take on self-help. It's a call to stop consuming endless motivational content and start looking inward with ruthless honesty. To stop blaming yourself for problems beyond your control. To accept that pain, loss, and failure are parts of life everyone faces. And most importantly, to find power not in denial but in truth. If you're tired of feeling stuck, if you're exhausted by the endless parade of feel-good lies, then this perspective might be your awakening. It's not comfortable, but it's real. Before we go deeper, take a moment. Like this video if you appreciate brutal truth over easy lies. Subscribe if you want more content that challenges the comfortable narratives fed to you. And share this with someone who needs a dose of real philosophy in a world drowning in superficial advice. Let's continue. The self-help industry thrives on an unspoken rule. Keep the masses hopeful but powerless. Hope is a drug, carefully dosed. Too little, and people rebel. Too much, and they stay passive. This balance keeps the system stable. Self-help often masks social and political problems as individual shortcomings. Struggling with money? You just need to think positively. Feeling trapped in your job? You simply lack motivation. Battling mental illness? Try gratitude journaling. None of these address systemic issues like inequality, oppression, or trauma. The effect? People blame themselves instead of challenging the status quo. Philosophers like Michel Foucault would call this biopower, power exercised through knowledge and norms that control bodies and minds without physical force. Self-help is one of the new arms of this power, shaping how you see yourself and your possibilities. But the true antidote isn't more positivity, it's awareness. Awareness that life is not fair, that the world is filled with suffering and injustice. Awareness that control is limited, and sometimes the strongest move is acceptance. And acceptance doesn't mean passivity. The Stoics taught that while you cannot control external events, you can control your reaction to them. But they also emphasized confronting harsh truths head-on, not sugarcoating them. This dark philosophy offers real power. Power that comes from knowing your limits, embracing discomfort, and refusing to be lulled by empty promises. The next time you feel overwhelmed by just think positive, remember this. Positive thinking without action and truth is a lie. Real growth is messy, painful, and full of setbacks. It asks you to face your fears, doubts, and failures without flinching. It demands you question the comforting illusion sold to you daily. If you're ready to face this reality, you're already ahead of most. Remember to comment below your experiences with self-help. Have you ever felt trapped by it? Let's start a conversation that cuts through the noise. If this video resonated, don't forget to like and share. And subscribe to stay connected with raw, unfiltered philosophical truths you won't hear anywhere else. In the end, most self-help is poison, not because it seeks to harm, but because it hides the truth. The real path to freedom comes when you dare to look into the darkness, accept it, and find strength there. Because only through truth can you become truly free. See you in the next episode.